allowed the two children to have the budget. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. Politico, this one not the off in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My people make we shout, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, yo. My ego don't come, yo. My ego die politico, yo. My ego don't come, yo. This one not the off in mind, yo. My ego don't come, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, yo. My egun don't come, yo. My people make you shout, yo.
Hello there.
Ayegun la wa mo la mo dododo. Ayegun diary.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
The civilian coup that they were cooking in Adamawa, a replica of the national civilian coup that Mumudu also dished out to you from the 25th of February, is the same thing that played out in Adamawa, but it didn't go as planned. So sorry.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o, kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
First woman governor. Awusubilayi Binoja Itoni Rojim. Bismillahi Rahmani Rahim. Aisha Binani.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì. Lórí Facebook. Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I promise to make it an interesting session. But what you have to do before we get fully into it, before you settle down, is one, like the broadcast. 2, share the broadcast. And 3, sit back, relax, and then we will start. By the way, thank you to all of you new entrants into Mayegun's Diary Political Temple of Truth. This is the Temple of Truth. And last night, we clocked 80,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's incredible. And I appreciate every one of you who found this platform worthy enough to kind of, subscribe because you want to see more. So thank you. So please share the broadcast. Tell everybody and say, Mayegun today.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé Sùràjì. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Ayé Sùràjì.
Thank you to all of us.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ Sùràjì. Ayé Sùràjì.
Thank you. And thanks so much as well for joining me again tonight. Hopefully we'll get to that segment where we can take calls. Okay. But yeah, the drama going on in Adamawa finally came to an end today. But not without the usual crooked criminal attempt that APC, Egbekegbe, actually represents. You see, simply because of Nigeria charade, a system that has completely lost the trust of almost everyone except those who are benefiting from it or waiting to benefit from the old largesse. This crooked system, right, decided to organize, and you can call it a national coup, and they call it an election. So they deceived people to make them believe that, in fact, if this is going to be the last time you can trust a corrupt system. So people went into it. Now, in Nigeria, we have come to realize that for those who didn't know, or others who know, we have come to realize that those who actually cast votes are not the important people in the process whenever they are conducting their elections and all of that, in the electoral process generally. Oh, voting, counting votes, posting results, and the rest of that. Those are not the most important people in the Nigerian electoral process, other than those who actually entered the figures into what they call the result sheet, a place where the real corruption happens. So everybody who is angling to run for any political office in Nigeria, you should have it at the back of your mind that you are running against a corrupt umpire, and the name is called INEC. A lot of you actually contested, you contested against INEC. In this time, INEC is carrying the APC, Egbekegbe, in their wings. Here is the story. The woman that became a governorship candidate of APC, Binani, she happened to be a senator before then. And her husband, director of UBE, wherever in Nigeria. They stole so much that they had to sack the husband for misappropriation of funds, but it was never tried or prosecuted. They just let him go. And the first thing he did with his money under this Buhari's government was to sponsor his wife, well, their money, stolen money, right, to further entrench themselves in that same system. Husband technocrat, wife, politician, mother, woman, right? A successful woman that ordinarily should, when you get to a stage whereby you are able to be elected the candidate of your political party, if there wasn't the usual, now everybody knows that too, that in Nigeria, again, the process, if you manage to become the candidate of your political party, it simply means that somehow you are popular, accepted. Abi? But in Nigeria, it is not about being popular. It is not about being popular. It is not really about being competent as well. It is mostly about how much do you have? How much oil do you have to grease the palms of those you would have to use in getting what you want? It's all about money. You know the story. But that was not the story they told you of Aisha. Aisha, they told you, a strong woman, dedicated, competent, loved, and very, very strong political woman. No, it's the money. But I think there's how far that money can really take you, especially if you meet your match in the game of what they call it game. And I've told people that politics is not game. People's lives are involved. People die because of all of this. The consequences of all of this is that people will die. Yes. So Aisha, with all that money in APC, she managed to buy everybody buyable. Delegates, you know now, delegates upon delegates. She became so entrenched that she got the contract to print the ballot papers, result sheets that they used in the Nigeria 2023 elections. She took the contract. She is a candidate in that election. And because it is APC, it doesn't really matter. Okay. When people lose the right to choose who represents them, you don't call that democracy. A lot of you call it game. It's a game. Benny is a game. Oh, anybody can play the game. Politics is not game. I know they have made it game for you, but guess what? Through politics, a lot of lives have been ruined. A lot of your future have been destroyed, right? The country has been, you know what I'm saying? That is because of politics. The politicians that came and you called it game, the ones that you rigged for, the ones that you killed for, the ones that you intimidate other people for, the one you threaten people for, it's not a game. At the end of the day, bad governance or bad government, they don't actually spare anybody. All of you will have to share in that. So yeah, in this 2023, a compromised candidate, a woman, should kind of be a little bit different from the jackals, the criminals that will kill people because of her position, Abi. She is more desperate than them. Whatever a woman, whatever a man can do, we believe that a woman can do even better. Apologies to the women. No. Normally, right? Some people actually bought into Binani, a woman. Even though I don't like APC, but that woman, for the fact that she's a woman and all of that, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter whether she's corrupt, whether she's dangerous, or something. You can actually be like, well, we have seen so many dangerous men, so this one we can manage. That's Nigeria, okay? People love their criminals differently. It's just that this may be new, that people are loving their criminals simply because of their sex, okay? Oh, she's a woman. I can forgive her, she's a woman. Anyway, the system allowed that until election day. When election day came, Adamawa, as a governor, who is also running to go for second term, they have already completed the job. They finished everything the way it should be. INEC officials have been paid from Mahmoud straight to the REC to the returning officers. That is the true story. But here is something you should know. You see that rec that came out to announce Binani as winner, he didn't act alone. So, election was going on. Binani and his people, they have already rigged where they should rig. Fintiri of PDP, that one too, he has rigged where he should rig. The numbers balanced except for few places, 66 or 69 wards, okay? Which, when you put all the total votes from that place together, right, they are not up to 10,000 votes. So, but suddenly, the votes that came from there was almost 100,000 votes, more than the registered voters from those areas. Now, the problem then was, Fintiri want to push his own rigged number in to INEC. Aisha Binani of APC want to push her own rigged numbers in the same place. You remember how they have rigged themselves wherever they felt they are like popular. Here you get, when they put all the numbers together, okay, Fintiri was leading. But this particular local government area, with about 69 wards, right, where the election had to be cancelled, you know why? The numbers of votes that were returned for PDP and APC in that region, in that local government area, they were more than the people registered. They were like times 10 of the people registered there. So it was impossible to push both numbers in. So they had to cancel it. That was why the first attempt. And by then, Aisha Binani already wrote her acceptance speech. They've already changed her profile on Wikipedia. This was April 18, March 18, last month, when they did the governorship election. Everything was done just for INEC to just announce the number. So if PDP don't agree, they should go to court. Do you get that? Like a place where you have 100,000 people registered. 10,000 people registered to vote. Okay? And you did the accreditation. Only 5,000 people were accredited. So when they now voted, you are seeing 100,000 votes. 40,000 for PDP, 60,000 for APC. Where do you want to add it? How do you want to aggregate this? It became wahala that night that they have to cancel, they have to stop announcement. They couldn't push it at that point. That was what brought about the 4 days ago supplementary election. Now, when they said, okay, say go be alubata okendari, person where they beat a bata drum, they also kind of sing. It's tradition. You may not understand. It's Yoruba, this thing. Okay? At this point, this 100,000 or something thousand votes you are bringing from here, leave them. We have validated others. The final result shows that you, Fintiri, you are leading by 31,000 votes. Remember, they say registered voters in this place, they're no past 10,000 though. So which means even if they give all the 10,000 votes from the place, if they give them to Binani, she will still lose. She will still lose. But they have already announced and published results on the 18th of March. They've shared results. They've started congratulating people. Congratulations, congratulations, first woman governor. They said, no, they haven't. They have postponed it. So the postponement day came. Are you with me? This is no longer a case of somebody should announce fake figure now. So they started their election again in those places. They are putting all the numbers together. They are counting them. Now they haven't, suddenly they said, it's too late. We announce the final result tomorrow by 11 a.m. Meet us here, this collation center. And we announce the rest of the results 11 a.m. on Sunday. Everybody just went home. There is no chance for pulling magic number anymore now. This time around, people we don't collect 2 billion naira. They have to deliver. So some of you have been hearing about the 2 billion naira bribe that Binani paid. A woman paid 2 billion naira to INEC to make her governor, so that whoever doesn't agree can go to court. Listen to this. So they have to deliver. The numbers are not going to pop up anymore. So somebody has to do something. Suddenly, returning officer disappeared though. 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, when those who were supposed to gather, meanwhile, the results were already there. Listen to this. Oh. They said, those people who are coming from some of the far areas with the results to the place they are announcing results, they will be coming late. So let everybody arrive, gather here tomorrow. We can continue and finalize this whole thing and forget it. Right? Simple. Suddenly, the results that they said, oh, the result must have arrived now. Let all of us go to the collation center and finalize this. The parties already have the results. Or you know something? The Binani and Coup, they didn't even wait to recook any number anymore. Sure you get. There is no way you can change anything. So what they are counting on them will be, you know what? We need to declare our winner. Yes, it's going to be controversial. What we're going to do is that we declare our winner. And then we issue a certificate of return. Okay? Then we tell you to go to court. So you can then go to court and prove that she didn't win. See the game, oh. They call it game, oh. Something that, that has the lives of millions of people attached to. This is the life of millions of people they are playing kite with then, oh. Here you get. That was the permutation. But what they did in that rush, they made two mistakes. The first mistake they made, right, was that the person that is allowed to announce the governorship election results in Nigeria by their electoral act is the returning officer, not resident electoral commissioner. So in Nigeria, they have national electoral commissioners. Those ones work with the INEC, the Mumudu, that announce Kolu at 4 a.m. in the morning when the result of the election have not been submitted. So everybody is asking, where did he get the number from? Where did Mumudu got the number from to announce Tinubu as winner of election? When 2 months after the election, they are still uploading election results. Sure you get. So those are the national one. By law, national chairman is the one that can announce the winner of presidential election. So at the state level, the people that collate the election result for presidential election and National Assembly election, they are called resident electoral commissioners. Do you get that now? That's the other rank. As much as they are the highest ranking electoral officer in their states, by their law, when election is conducted for the position of state assembly and governorship elections, they said a returning officer, will be the one to announce the election results. So in this process is an ongoing process. An electoral officer, returning officer, right, is already announcing results, but suddenly it disappeared. So REC, that is not allowed by law and doesn't even have any figure, right, just mobilize soldiers, policemen, before 11 a.m. that they expected the official announcement. The REC of the state moved straight to the center. And he said, I am here to announce the winner of the election. Okay, do you have the results? This guy was putting his hand in his pocket. Nothing was out. And he said, hey, after the whole election conducted by the INEC, I am here to announce that Aisha Binani has polled the highest vote, and she has now been returned as the governor-elect of Adamawa State. Congratulations. So that was where the Wahala started. Before he gained access into the hall, there were about 3 national commissioners that were sent to come and observe the election. They were sent from Abuja, from the national. Okay? Their job was to make sure that everything went well. One of them resisted the attempt to announce somebody who didn't win election without any results. They had to beat him blue-black. They naked him. They beat him bloody. So he went ahead to announce it. So the purpose was, immediately he made the announcement, their media were ready. Social media was ready. their Nigerian media were ready. I'm talking about the main media in Nigeria, big platforms, with millions of followers all over the world, they were ready. So immediately he made that announcement. The media didn't ask for the numbers. How did they arrive? They just declared their winner. You think the drama was over there? No, it wasn't. Right? So immediately they declared their winner. And the media started congratulating her. The supposed APC, Egbekegbe government officials in Nigeria, they started putting up different congratulatory messages for her. I think that was what prompted her to give this acceptance speech. And it's in fact the beginning. Go to court. In fact, listen to the acceptance speech before I go on.
Today, Adamawa stands tall on the threshold of history. My dear Adamawa State citizens and residents, I am overwhelmed and humbled by your show of love and confidence in electing me to serve as your governor as from May 29 this year and for the next 4 years. For this, I say a very big thank you. Whether you voted APC, PDP, Labour Party, NNPP, PRP, ADC, or any other party, you have exercised your democratic rights by voting your preferred candidate, for which I thank you all for fulfilling such tenets of democracy. In any contest, as we have just had, one person is people, and the will of God Almighty, I happen to emerge as the winner, Alhamdulillah. I will inshallah serve as a governor for all the people of Adamawa State, irrespective of any differences of faith, ethnic or political affiliation. Our administration will inshallah be fair and just to all. I thank you all for answering the call of our father, His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. You have made history in electing the first female governor in our country, Nigeria. This will no doubt broaden political participation by encouraging our daughters, sisters, aunties, mothers, and indeed the girl child to aspire and contest for any elective position in our country. This victory has come at an auspicious moment when the whole world recently celebrated Mother's Day. We just completed 40 days period of Lent and about to complete the Ramadan fast for the sake of God Almighty, a period of sober reflection. This victory is dedicated to women of the world, the people of Adamawa, and indeed all women in Nigeria. Here, I must make a special mention of Dame Pauline Telle, Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, for her full commitment to my candidature. Adamawa State has numerous challenges, but I believe with the foundation put in place by my predecessors and learning from the collective experience of their excellencies, Governors Bani Aruna, Admiral Murtala Manyero Nyako, Bala James Gilari, Bindo Umar Jibrilla, and the outgoing Governor Ahmadu Umaru. Together we can take Adamawa to much greater heights. To all those with whom we traverse the 21 local government area of Adamawa, canvassing for votes, hundreds of women and youths, our talented artists, party leaders, major stakeholders, other elders of our party, indeed my numerous supporters and admirers, both within and outside the country, and most importantly, our President-elect, His Excellency Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, together with his dear wife and my colleague, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, and his dear wife, His Excellency our indefatigable National Chairman of APC, Alhaji Dr. Abdullah Adamu, Together with members of the National Committee of our party, the APC, His Excellency, the President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, serving and former ministers, serving and former governors, serving and former members of the National Assembly and State Assembly, who all together made huge contributions to our success. I say a very big thank you. To my dear husband, Professor Ahmed Mohamed Modibo, I cannot thank you enough for standing by me through thick and thin. You have set a pace for Nigerian husbands to emulate. I am most sincerely grateful. Finally, on behalf of our campaign organization, my dear father, with fond memories of my dear mother, may her soul rest in Al-Jannah-tul Firdaus, members of my close and extended family, friends and well-wishers, we say, Minyeti, I wish each and everyone success in their endeavors.
Aisha Binani Ronu. I know this is actually a very hard one, you will say, that she's a woman who just thrives to make a difference in the world. I know that feeling, okay? But I want you to actually drop that. Okay, stop shebe. Share you get. Okay. What happened is that we are not talking about her as a woman. We are talking about her as one of those, right, who contributed and continue to contribute to the destruction of Nigeria that you are witnessing today in a large scale. Our role is so huge in the monumental destruction and the death of Nigeria that you are about to witness, or the one you are witnessing right now. So let me tell you this. Immediately after that speech, right? Yeah, this morning, you know what she did? They went straight to court. Because immediately after that speech, INEC suspended that man that made the announcement. And then nullified, or annulled the announcement. At that point, Binani believes that INEC was about to play him, or it was part of the game. In fact, people believe that it was part of the game. Now, here is what people thought. INEC annulled the announcement, right? Then also postponed again the announcement of the real results, the real winner, by giving Aisha a little bit of a window to possibly get a court ex-parte order. They have those judges there who give them those ex-parte order. God knows how much they were willing to pay. So instead of INEC to say, okay, that thing didn't happen, then go ahead and announce winner, they decided to go and wait for 24 hours until Aisha got to court. And the court, she wanted the court to stop INEC from annulling her election. According to her, she's already won. Whether there is no result, whether she lost or whatever, the moment somebody announced that the winner, even if that person has no legal backing to announce a winner, she wanted the courts to stop INEC from announcing any other results and accept her as a winner. So whoever doesn't agree can go to court, go and prove it in court that she didn't win. Do you get that drift? It's a new thing. That is what they did on the 20th. That is what they did on the 1st of March, 6 days after the election of February 25th between Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, Atiku Akwanso, and Showore. That is what they did. they intentionally made sure you were unable to upload the presidential results alone. Meanwhile, you could upload other National Assembly election results. Remember, it was deliberate. Now, while you were still like figuring out what is the number, who is leading, they started uploading at the back end fake results. A lot of you started disputing what they are uploading for you. This is not my polling unit. CTPXC, they've changed this result. They've changed that one. But INEC continued to announce the results. Even some of you were asking, where are these numbers coming from? Where is he getting all these numbers from? They have reduced the number in Lagos. Hey, they have reduced the number in Bauchi. You were wondering, where are those numbers coming from, Abi? But Mumudu continue to announce them, Abi. And eventually, what did they do? They announced winner when you were sleeping. They didn't have any figure, but he announced figure. 8.9 million Kolu. 8.7 million, 6.7 million, 6.8 million Atifku. Even Atifku was looking at his own figure. It's like, this is no match. These numbers are not like, but what happened? If you don't agree, go to court. Yeah, go to court. But the only difference between what they did there for Obi is that instead of Kolu to be the one to go to court and stop INEC from announcing any further results, the moment they realized that the numbers they wanted to load in is not being allowed, they don't discover them. So they would have been the one to go to court and say, Mumudu must stop announcing results and announce him. So that would have been ridiculous, Abi. That's exactly what happened in Adamawa. Somebody was announced who didn't win. It became so much of an embarrassment that even those who are APC members, I'm talking about die-hard, dead brain, you know what I mean? The dump fuck APC, Egbe member, as dumb as some of them are, they kind of feel ashamed. They're like, man, this don't make sense. So this is embarrassing, man. This is kind of like, what the hell? How could APC ruin it for us? They are so angry too. Like, APC ruined it for them. For being the one that as horrible as they are, as evil as they are, as ruinous and as destructive and divisive as they are, at least see, a woman has been elected governor genuinely, not through bribery, corruption, intimidation, and manipulation. They won't use court. Aisha got to court. Now the judges come, they ask Aisha, what is your name? Aisha Binani. Binani, okay. What do you want us to do? My lord, please. I am about to steal something. And some people are already shouting ole ole on me. I want you to give an order that that thing I'm about to steal, they should let me steal it. If they don't like it, they can come to this same court. I just want that order to stop them so that they can stop. And the court was like, okay. The problem now is this, Aisha. This is the problem. This your case is so new. You said you are about to steal something and you are caught. So the people that were working with you to steal this thing, they are about to deny you, Abi. They have annulled it. They said they didn't know you. They didn't do it for you. So you want us to stop them from denying you, Abi? Okay, sorry if I'm speaking in a way that makes you feel like, Mayegun, get serious, please. I'll tell you. Aisha, that was announced without any figure as the first elected woman governor by APC, Egbe. When she was announced, she gave a acceptance speech that you watched earlier. Then one of the people that announced her, the senior boss, Mumu Du. Now, that is the head of the INEC. They felt embarrassed, right? That they had to annul the announcement. According to Aisha, in Nigeria, it is only the court that can annul already announced election. Sure you get now. Let me say, Princess, is Princess here? If Princess Balogun is watching, you know her very well. That is why I'm using now, okay? So, Princess Balogun, Mayegun General, the GO of the Temple of Truth, by the power conferred on me as the GO of this Temple of Truth, I hereby declare you, Princess Balogun, as the governor-elect of Lagos State. I hereby declare you, Yomi Totu, as the deputy governor-elect of Lagos State, even if you are not from Lagos. Anybody who doesn't agree with that should go to court. How does that sound? How? Sounded like Adamawa, Dabi? Hey. Or, what do you think? It sounded like what? Like a decrease. That's exactly what happened in Adamawa. That's exactly what happened when Mumudu declared Tinubu winner. That's exactly what happened in Adamawa. Somebody came and he said, yeah, I've declared. If you don't like it, go to court. Do you get that? You see? People are already congratulating Princess. You know, like that. Then the media will just say, Princess Balogun, 40-year-old businesswoman, international businesswoman, has been elected the governor of Lagos State. Now you go come there and say, which party? They say, what's your business? Chicken Republic Party. Shogbo. Chicken Republic Party. There's no party called Chicken Republic Party. Alaye, if you don't believe in that, go to what will be a score? She's elected. People are already congratulating her. Congratulations, Princess Igbanyatu Alarao. I am praying for the time, a better time. The princess is going to, I can't wait for May 29. You will think they are mad. That's exactly what happened to the APC, Egbekegbe supporters, when they declared Binani. When Binani got to courts, they were like, sorry, this is strange. Sorry, madam. You won. Abi, you rigged. I won. Okay, who told you won? INEC declared me that I won. Okay, well, that's good. That's by law, okay? So why are you here? Well, INEC said I didn't win again. They said that the declaration is null and void. Oh, okay. The people that are allowed to declare you winner said you didn't win. Yes, my lord. So what do you want us to do then? I want you to tell them that they must accept me as a winner. Oh, you know something, Aisha, this is what we're going to do to make it easier for all of us, okay? We want you to go back to your lawyers, all right? That's where the judges stood out. They said, Aisha, we want you to go back to your lawyers. Sit with them. Let them, please, draft it out, okay, in Nigerian law, the electoral law, so that to explain to us here in this court where we have jurisdiction upon, to sit over your request. Because as we sit here, we be judges, so we sabi the law, but this one where you bring a new, so you get it's new. Now people they rigged, the people that have been rigged, they usually come here. But you that rigged people, you are here before them. So you go back to your lawyers, tell them to explain where is the jurisdiction of this court to hear this case. We give you 3 days. If you can prove that we have jurisdiction, we'll go listen to what's in the inside that book where they your hand. Remember, INEC was waiting for Aisha to get a court order so that they can then say, well, we just have to obey the courts. Even though this sort of thing is yam pepper scatter, ishwata yan. Yeah? But by law, our hands are tied. Una go like the same way you are all everywhere where you sit Tinubu, you are shouting ole ole. To the point that Tinubu had to go into hiding. Today, nobody knows where he is. Whether he's hiding in the basement in Bodilon, whether they have locked him somewhere in old people's home in Badagry, nobody knows. Whether they have locked him, some said that he's currently in American hospital in France, nobody knows. Because everywhere in town, now ole, everywhere ole, to the point that they have to hide him from you. But Aisha didn't mind. If they pain you, go to court. But courts no can understand the case. So that is when INEC that started the Rogbodion 11 a.m. since Sunday morning. INEC waited till Monday morning for Aisha to go to court. When INEC now realized that it be like say Aisha no go get court judgment that can make us just say, well, we didn't announce her, but she's one. Nothing we can do. It's not our fault. It's the politician. It's, as Mamudu, and Mamudu is talking right now, yeah? So when that failed, they had to go ahead and then announce the winner. They have to put you through that trauma. 2 billion naira caution. They said now $170 million. Momodu Yakubu collected. And it can't be like say Tinubu used billions upon billions upon billions of stolen money to buy illegitimacy. If you ask me, somebody said then dodge bullet. You want to hear Aisha talk? She was recently she was with Sheun recently. Watch this.
It wasn't. No, he came up with all manners of...
What about the figures you got? You don't think that those figures were correct?
Those figures...
The ones you got?
Let me tell you what happened. In some of the areas, a house of constituency, member house of assembly result was declared for the governor. That was what was uploaded for the governor. And so many instances.
Have
and
you presented these instances to INEC?
Yes, yes. We even have videos to show that. And in some of this, and in some locations, like in some part of the location, you see that the beavers were even bypassed. So that
you mean beavers was not used in some?
Yes.
Which areas are these?
Most of the areas, most of the local government, like in Mitika, Madagali, Hong, so many we have listed.
But you realize that according to the guidelines of INEC, no election can be conducted without the use of the beavers.
Yes, the beavers were there, but it was bypassed.
But do you have evidence of that?
Yes. We have our agents were there. In fact, some of the locations, no, the INEC ad hoc staff were not even there because the violence to which the governor has masterminded and wanted to unleash people on, so people had to run for their life. So let me ask you, madam,
should you go to the field for a supplementary election? Are you afraid of that, of going against the governor in a supplementary election?
I'm never afraid, but all I'm asking is that let Independent National Electoral Commission please conduct a review on this said local government so that it will bring out the real figures for all the candidates. That's just all I'm asking. And as soon as that is done, we will be home and dry, and then we will be confident to go back to the field. That's just I'm asking.
You are running, you want to be governor. You realize that if you have your way and you become governor, you will be the very first woman to ever become governor in this country. You realize?
Inshallah.
How does that make you feel?
Great and happy, because I'm not doing this for Binani. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it for every girl child in this country.
All right.
It's for all the women in Nigeria.
I pray that and wish that the best person wins for your state and the interest of your state and that of the country. Thank you so much, Ms. Aisha Binani. Do try to come back whatever happens in that election. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Which was before today. So when the coup failed, then the results came out. Remember, I am not here to kind of make you feel like the ones declared winner is better. Okay? But I just wanted to see how sad sometimes it is for a supposed progressive people. They are not. That's why I use supposed anyway. People are supposed to be progressive, but they're actually progressing in criminality. And the only way to get along is when you have a chance, steal enough that you can actually reinvest. So that possibility is that you can capture a state. Do you know the target? The dream of every politician in Nigeria, especially these APC, PDP destructive people, is for a day to come that they will be in charge of the entire resources or revenue of their entire state. Because once you become the government of a state or you form a government in a state, the resources of that state is kind of going to change to your family name. But this is a family. You know Modibo. You've been hearing about Modibo. That's somebody who was, in fact, sacked because of corruption. That's her husband. Hundreds of billions of naira stolen from universal basic education in Nigeria. And these are the funds meant for providing education for children. But that's a story for another day. But you see that coup, a lot of you who have been wondering, like, what is going on and why is like APC, Egbekegbe, are currently in a bit of, a paranoia mode, so to say. Like they won. Now, here is the problem. Mahmudu, just like in Adamawa, Mahmudu or Mumudu, whichever one that comes easier for you, with Tinubu and gang, right? They knew that nobody would touch APC, Egbekegbe by any means. And that is why you see that you hear that mentioning of bypassing your beavers and all of that, where the re-rigging happened. In fact, the numbers they wrote for Kolu, majority of them didn't come through beavers as well. So which means once they start probing and the rest of that, there are so many grounds, that Kolu will never actually be your president. Something that people felt like, it's so obvious, okay? Mahmudu cooked numbers, bypassed his own electoral law, and they went back to the old ways, cooking figures, changing them. And the moment, because they are allowed by law to make that announcement, once they make that announcement, if you are not comfortable with it, go to court. And they will also work enough to sabotage that same your case in that same court. It is like I told you, you are actually running against INEC, even if you think you are running against anybody. Kolu told his people, he said, why do you need technologists? Why do you need hackers when you have the chairman of the entire commission? So, what happened in Adamawa that you saw as coup or failed coup is a successful coup that Mahmudu played on the entire Nigeria that has now put Nigeria in this final state of awaiting doom, awaiting collapse of democracy, as everybody is now kind of uttering. Mahmudu and gang, they bypassed what could have actually gave them out, okay, and their fraud. And when they delivered that, they left the entire crime scene littered with evidence. What do I mean? Number one, 90% of the numbers that they wrote for APC, Egbekegbe in northern Nigeria, which is for Tinubu, 90% of them are fake. I'm talking about written numbers. That to back them up, you would have to cook something deeper than that. Other than that, you would have to deny that the evidence actually doesn't exist. Just live with it. Now, what does that mean? They said they want to, your beavers will record everybody that actually participated in the election. If the numbers of those who were accredited are kind of lower than, so the numbers of those people they declared to have voted are more than the numbers of those accredited, automatically such election in such a polling unit will be cancelled automatically. So during this year charade, 90% of northern Nigeria didn't use the beavers deliberately. Sure, you get. They went on the old way, thumbprinting and doing all of that stuff. By so doing, once they begin to now kind of use the ones they conducted with your beavers, it simply means for Atiku, for Tifnumbu, or for Obio, and you know, they didn't even give him much anyway, and all of that, yeah, they will all go to trash. Invalid. And Kolu, that didn't do well in southern Nigeria, where they also intentionally compromised your beavers. It works in some places, they didn't work in some places, but by the time they start taking everything from the ones that worked, Shangbama for last. Okay? But we are even going too far. Let's take a look at the umpire that woke up 4:10 a.m. in the morning after spending about 6 days cooking and cooking, running all the fraud and manipulation, right? 6 good days. Then when they were ready, they decided to just go public with already cooked numbers. When everybody rushed to their websites to go and see where they got the numbers from, only 41% of the entire election results in Nigeria were uploaded. 1 week after election, 41% of the results have been uploaded on their website. Half of the results they uploaded on their website, they were fake. It's either they were putting on governorship results for presidential results, uploading Senate results or rep results, you know, uploading them as presidential results. All messed up. Entire place was like messed up a week, and it was deliberate. But because a lot of people were kind of interested in that charade, so people had a lot of time on their hands to be digging and digging. Where did you get the total numbers you are announcing from? When only 41% of the results have been uploaded. Where did you get it from? We have announced, if you don't agree with it, go to court. Yeah? At the time they announced the winner, at the time they announced Kolu as your president-elect, 4:10 a.m., remember, 4:10 a.m. in the morning. Kolu and his gang, they were already waiting behind the TV, and they acted like they were surprised that what they wrote, the figures they wrote, it's been announced. I mean, it's been announced by Mumudu. Although a lot of you, they are telling you to move on. Election don't come, election don't go. And some of you are already forgetting what actually happened. What led to why some people say they are not going to move on. Why some people are saying that Tinubu is illegitimate. Why so many are saying that they kept evidence of everything that happened in sequence as they happened, and they won't move on. And you are getting angry. Mayegun's diary political, you know what they call me? They said, I am a revisionist. Everything. Mayegun, let's forget about that. Let's move on. You are always like, every time you go back and you revisit. Because people are suffering from Stockholm syndrome. A very terrible one that has made impoverished, battered, brutalized, oppressed Nigerians to begin to worship their oppressors. Because they forgot how much of the sufferness they've suffered. Stockholm syndrome. So familiar,
I converted the greatest liability, threatening.
You saw that one, eh? The one who hold me there. Yeah, like that. My ego, you know they move again, no? We know they hear you again, no? Can you hear me before I continue? I want to know if the audio is still very much working or not. And then we can continue. Kindly let me know, please. Thank you. Tomorrow, Nakoto. The 21st. She's not 21st of the 20th. Oh, sorry, 19th. I think it's 19th. It all starts tomorrow. Mumudu had no number except the one they cooked. And when they were to announce it, they just left the crime scene for you to go and, yeah. Wait, the Obiakwa local government, Tinubu didn't win River State, so they announced him as winner. The result is fake. If you don't like the result, go to court. That's what they did in Adamawa. And that's exactly what Mumudu did too. It took them, as of today, as you are watching this video now, as if to say, yes, we don't do them, we don't do them. If we don't announce winner, we don't announce them. If you no agree, go to court like they said, what do you want to do? They announced Tinubu as winner. And guess what? Of River State, if you go to website of INEC right now, you are going to see that Tinubu didn't win River State. But on record of INEC right now, Tinubu won River State. Sure you get. So what's the difference? A coup. If you no agree, go to court. So Aisha Binani, being a woman and sitting down to kind of act this kind of plan, the plan of a state capture, when Tinubu told them, power is not served a la carte, you have to steal it, you have to grab it, you have to take it, and you have to run with it. Aisha Binani, a woman in APC, motivated by Coup Escobati. That people are now saying, God forbid the bad thing. Escobat, the motivational speaker of APC, the criminal leader of theirs now, motivated a woman to expend over 2 billion naira to just INEC officials to announce her, and she can fight on, including those who might want to stop her. All it will take is just few more weeks, and she can become a governor, and then you can continue to go to court with Coup as your president in charge. Then forget about court, forget about anything. You know, the moment Coup is sworn in, forget about anything rule of law, anything human right or justice or court or anything. Bury them. Binani was calculative. She thought she was learning from the master. But it failed spectacularly because there is another rigger who is a product of the former riggers called PDP. You would have to do more than that. This time around, they are in control. No matter how failure, or let me say how much failure they have as people destroying people in Adamawa, sure you get a woman expending over 10 billion naira, bribing people, bribing her way in, and the rest of that just to become the first woman governor in Nigeria through a jihadist political party called APC. Egbe is actually like a reaching for me, I would say. And doing all of this inside Ramadan, people collecting bribe to rig election in Ramadan, is also like a reaching for me too. But nevertheless, sorry, you are not going to get a female governor. Okay? Because it didn't work. Not now, anyway. But Coup, as those of you who remember Justice Adefarati, that justice that was giving all those ACN governors judgment from court then that you call democracy. That man worked for Tinubu, and today he is retired to whatever Tinubu gave to him, not what Nigerian judiciary has for him. Is, some of them are richer, not because of what they get from their work, but because of what they get from the people that are able to pay for their justice and all of that, right? Anyway, when Coup become your president, you won't mind those of who are like a not APC, and they are in charge of different states in Nigeria, they will have to force them to either change or else, court go throw you out. It is Kolu's way, even though for now nobody knows where he is, except for the one they said that what do you call it? Buhari is currently, well, you know, he's currently in Saudi Arabia, by the way. However, they now said, you know, all these killings going on in Nigeria, all this madness going on, as you can see, right? They said that they are having this high-profile meeting about Nigeria. Religious leaders, you know, they are in Mecca now. So traditional rulers, if you see any of your traditional ruler returning from abroad, in case if you see them at the airport, they are coming from Saudi. Some of them may have to take another route. But everybody, they meet Buhari in Saudi. You know what they're saying, right? They said that the international kind of, I want to, there's something they use. There's a word they use. I think, call it international rejection. Here you get that most effort of trying to explain to the rest of the world that they shouldn't listen to whatever they are hearing from Nigeria, especially concerning Tinubu, okay? That is going to be a good president that is going to help keep Nigeria together. Because that's what the West wants. That's what probably the rest of the world wants. Anybody that can help keep Nigeria together so that they don't scatter. You know, that's what is going on in Sudan right now, or the one that happened in Mali, or the one that is going on in Somalia, all right? That they won't happen in Nigeria. That if it should happen in Nigeria, it's going to be, you know, a catastrophe, right? It's going to be catastrophic, which means so many economies across Africa will feel it. The surge in refugees, people who are going to have to want to run away from Nigeria from what the people are telling the world that Tinubu represents. Nigeria is already divided, polarized, okay? These guys are ethnic jingoists, tribal jingoists, religious fanatics, and they are already profiling Nigerians that they are going to deal with when they gain access to power. They are not even talking in a way of bringing the people together. It's like your shege sheshebere. Now, all of these are also prompting the reactions of other people, Nigerians, reacting that, no, he's not our president. Oh, we didn't vote for him. Oh, he's a drug lord. Oh, he's a drug dealer. Oh, anybody that says him, oh, you must arrest him. Oh, today, in fact, today is the best time to arrest Kolu and all of that stuff. They say all of this, right, are indeed, 1 second.
70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Is that you? 70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord.
So the image of Nigeria, you all know it that even though they have to continue to do the preparation for Tinubu's inauguration secretly. Okay, I don't know how young you are or how old you are since you've been following the Nigeria politics, okay? But it doesn't really matter how terrible the election in Nigeria was, okay? After the election, what you'll be seeing is you start seeing some movements. You start seeing some kind of, you know, bubbling and all of that stuff here and there. Something that shows that there's going to be an inauguration of a new government that is coming up. You get that? You'll be feeling it around and all of that stuff. Even when the feeling is mixed feelings. Do you get that? But this one, have you noticed? Everything is being done. They can't even announce anything. Okay? They put people together and they call them transitional committee. Kolu was told to move to Aguda House. Aguda House, I think they said that is where the vice president lives or something. But they have actually asked the president-elect to move there. So something that would have shown some activities, some movement, things like, you know what I mean? Even if you disagree, but you know, the most thing that is taking the media all the time is the illegitimacy of Tinubu. Is the fact that a lot of people are saying that it will not be sworn in. Now, you might think that they are wailing wailers. People are just losers. No. Internationally, it is also contributing to what they expected in a situation like this as positive responses from the world. You get what I mean? Like, no matter what, they should have like started having conversation with this president-elect and all of that. The rest of the world are being careful to congratulate him. Have you not noticed? So they said they are meeting in Mecca. Nobody said there's nothing sensible will come out of it other than another plot to further make, because according to that, is to force you to accept what they want you to accept. If you don't, they will make you and your life more miserable. It's as simple as that. They have never learned anything about empathy or comfort and all that. No. So they are meeting right now, and they said part of the meeting was that how to reassure the international communities that Tinubu being a drug lord and Nigerians, in fact, rejecting him locally and internationally, right? That it's not going to spell doom for those who have their investment in Nigeria. All of these communities and all these investors and the rest of them who have already pulled out of Nigeria, number one, before your election, when they were waiting for the outcome of the election. Now the election has come and they have seen the charade. Majority of them are not willing to come back. You're going to really feel what I'm talking about soon. However, the likes of the likes of Buhari, on the other hand, they are working on what can we do to convince the rest of the world that they shouldn't worry themselves. That the moment Kalu is sworn in, that everybody is going to come together, that everything is going to go back to normal, that they shouldn't mind everything they are hearing, and all this, that maybe Kalu is not going to be sworn in, or that the court is going to reject him, that the evidence of all of this rigging and all of that will not be proven in court. So how can they convince the rest of the world? They sent Layamo and some others. They sent Layamo, fraudster Seke Yamo, Dele Alakori, except for Food Kayode. For some reason, for Food Kayode is still there in their flat in Abuja there, tweeting in his tweet storm, something that probably will eventually send him to The Hague. Okay, eventually, for the crimes against humanity, incitement that lead to a program or what they call the genocide. Somebody like for Food Kayode. Anyway, they didn't take him, I believe. So the rest are in America. You know what they are doing in America? They are trying to grant press conferences. They are trying to convince the American audience to say, please don't believe everything you hear about Kalu. The president, in fact, he is the president-elect of Nigeria. They are begging the world to accept him. That's part of the meeting they are doing in others said that maybe they are actually already planning their interim government. You remember that part too? Interim government. You remember when they wanted you to believe that oppositions have the capacity to plan interim government, that they are planning to stop Tinubu from getting inaugurated, that they are planning interim government, forgetting the fact that they are not talking to stupid people, that the people they are actually speaking to are not just APC, Egbe, dumb fox, that they have other people who also listen to their nonsense and they feel like, how could people even listen to these morons who have found their ways into power? Well, they are not morons, but they know their audience anyway. So the plan then was that if we accuse you of trying to stop him and install an interim government, okay, maybe people can have sympathy on him and say, why do you want to stop a Yoruba man? Do you want to do an MK or Abiola for him again? You enemy of this, but for making you think you are so dumb to know that opposition can't plan interim government in Nigeria. Only the people in government, the people in power, they are the ones who can actually plan an interim government, because interim government is like a in-house RNG coup, where they will select one of them and appoint him as an head of government. They put a lot to back him. They tell the military to defend him. They are those who have the capacity. How could you and I decide to say we want to form an interim government in Nigeria? And they went to town with that. The Aura Secret Service that has now become a Dopemu stupid service. They went to town with it. All of you, we have received some intel. Some people are planning interim government. So maybe they are planning their interim government right now in Mecca. Maybe. I mean, it will make sense. It will make sense. Because this has been reported that they are all meeting in Mecca. They are meeting with Buhari, the people of Southern Kaduna. They are burying their dead. They are running away from their homes into refugee camps. The power mongers, the criminals you call your leaders, they are busy there in Mecca, in another place, where they, after he prayed that you will have peace in Nigeria, and hundreds of you were killed that same week, right? They are planning another thing. This time, it's all about the power. You call it game. Your life is what you are calling game. Politics is not game. Until you realize that politics is not game. It is a life and death thing. And you, ignorantly, calling it game, you will soon be the game. Here you get.
APC is a grand fraud. Expert liars. They are first-class propagandists. They thrive on propaganda. They have spent so much money on media to cover them up. APC.
That is the dildo senator. That dildo senator is also from Adamawa, by the way. And according to them, even according to him, he said INEC has no power to annul an election result that they have already announced. That is the dildo senator. But he's from them. He is their product. They made him. So how do we tell the world that Tinubu is not what this young generation of people are calling him? So they're all over the world right now. On one hand, they want to convince the world. You know, people said it here. They said, have you noticed that it seems that the same set of people who were pretending to be behind Kalu, somehow they have just gone quiet. It's like they have left him to fight it. I was like, well, it depends on what you are thinking. It depends on that, your own theory. But you will be right. Nobody is hearing from them. But Kalu himself, where is he? Nobody is saying him too. Even the shitty boy too. Nobody is hearing from him too. Everybody decided to just go away. And you will say it's a game because they stole something. And asking them to come and show evidence of the ownership of what they stole, that's too much. So they will hide until they are conferred with immunity. But the rest of the world is also like kind of, this table will not turn like this. What if every evidence now turn around that Kalu, after spending over 700 billion naira to be president of Nigeria, everything can enter zero? The Shaguri brothers, all those other ones who moved their money in, those ones who are already kind of setting up shops in Nigeria where they are going to milk the entire about to be collapsed system before they will leave you with the carcass of it. The interest is beyond Kalu now. But unfortunately, our messages every day, which they continue to tell you is the reason why Nigeria name is being tarnished. They said we are tarnishing the name of Nigeria for telling the whole world that we are not part of those who are protecting a drug trafficker heroin trafficker, a convicted drug lord who has been able to hide within the Nigerian corrupt political system for years, for decades, that he even came to become a state governor, that he ended up having to capture the entire state and the resources. You get that? All this just to make sure that he legitimizes his stolen and then drug, whatever proceed. Every illegal thing that he did to make money, politics was there for him to clean the money. And it's been very successful so far in Nigeria corrupt system. 24 years of hiding in plain sight, a criminal, drug lord, convicted forgery, what do you call it? No, there's something they call them. Somebody that committed perjury. Perjury, I've been a perjury. Until he said he wants to be the president of Nigeria, then people found out late that before he made that declaration, he already bought the entire system. The entire institutions that could stop him, they've been compromised. Now, here we are. He's waiting to be inaugurated. And some are saying, once he is inaugurated, right, we begin to wear that tag of a narco state, even when we have rejected him. Now, listen, the world knows who he is. And we will continue to say, that's him. And you should please look at us, look at the face very well. Not be all of us, they carry cocaine. So they are now trying to gaslight us that what we are doing is actually tarnishing the image of Nigeria. Rejecting a drug lord. Rejecting a kleptomaniac, fascist, tyrannical, rogue. Rejecting everything that has to do with Kolu is now being turned into tarnishing the image of Nigeria. We were supposed to be the lovers of the Pablo. And when they say something, we say, don't you have your own criminals too? America has killed more people than this and that, because they also have criminals too. America cannot teach us human rights. America cannot tell us what is good. America and UK cannot teach us morality. Nobody is a saint. We love Pablo. Don't destroy our country. Don't mess our name, the name of our country. Don't tarnish it. Our Pablo is our Pablo. We love him. For us not doing that, we are unpatriotic. We didn't commit any crime. You didn't carry cocaine. You did not carry heroin. You did not sell cocaine or redistribute heroin. But the fact that you don't want to be associated with it, the fact that you don't want to live in denial of it, the fact that you are not joining those who are creating alternative reality, those who will be like Kojuma ribi gbogbo logun make eyes see bad thing but the entire body is the what is the antidote, is the solution. Create another thing. Like those who lived in denial for 8 years when Buhari and APC were dividing Nigeria, destroying Nigeria and looting Nigeria. When they were relooting the returned loot in Nigeria, majority of them said they created a different alternative. That can't be the Buhari they supported. That can never be the Buhari they voted for. Buhari they voted for. His children are flying a private jet. They are flying presidential jet to go and take a picture. The Buhari they voted for. His son is riding a 50 million Arab super bike. Aisha Buhari is living large. That's not the Buhari we voted for. Let me create another alternative. See, but you are just enemy. You just don't like him. Buhari mean well for Nigeria. Buhari is the best for Nigeria. Let us pray for Buhari. My brother, turn your head now. Look around here. Come and see what that they do. No, I will not turn. I will not let me see the real thing. What happened is that I know you don't like him. I know it's because you don't like him. That's why you are only seeing the bad thing. Now, I know Nigeria is bad. I know that we are suffering. I know that there's struggling. I know that corruption is this. But I just know, I know Buhari that I voted for. Now, Buhari that mean well. Now, the people around Buhari know mean well. People live like that for 8 years. Some people are still living like that to now. Buhari is not responsible for everything that happened in Nigeria in 8 years. Do you understand that? He's not responsible. Some people around him. Now, them. Okay, tell me, show me where Buhari steal money. Oh yeah, you show me where Jonathan stole money. Show me that. They say, oh, Jonathan, oh, good luck, Jonathan, oh, 1 billion naira stolen by Jonathan. Show me. Show me one single place where you will say Obasanjo. They say Obasanjo name, oh, 5 billion naira stolen. Obasanjo. You can show me. Because you think everybody is dumb, baby. People created the alternative like that. Buhari is not a thief. Buhari is a very decent man. In fact, Buhari may not even know all these things. Oh, Buhari may not even know all these things going on. Oh, do you know some people actually created that alternative reality? So when Buhari came out and he said, I am not aware. I knew it. I knew it. See, Mayegun, let me tell you something. The people that become president, they are not like me and you. They are not like me and you. People they don't see anything. They don't let them see news. It's whatever they want them to know that they will know. They always shield them. They don't like them to know the bad news. Mayegun, if you become a governor, you understand what I'm saying. That is somebody, the way that is a graduate or jobless graduate that's always arguing about Chelsea versus Manchester United at a junction in Ojota. Jobless guy is about to tell me what it is like to be a president. The president of a country. He didn't know. They kidnap people. See, Mayegun. See, you understand? He's the president. He can't know everything. He cannot know everything going on. Then kill 70 people for casino. I know. If Buhari know it, I know Buhari is going to be very sad. It's going to be very sad. Some people created that for years. Buhari did not know anything. Now some bad people. And Buhari cannot control all the bad people. Sure you get. So because of that, now the bad people around Buhari, they make us suffer. 8 years. Some people want us to be like that. Yes, always a drug trafficker. Mayegun, are you a saint? Sir? No, we are talking about the name. They say Kolu is a convicted drug trafficker. I know. But are you a saint? There's no saint anywhere, Mayegun. Let us look at the brighter side of the man. The man is a genius. The man is a geese. The man is a making people. The man is a creating human being. The man is a creating Lagos. Okay. Okay, sir. I agree with you. So, just, forget about it. There's no saint anywhere. He's a criminal. Of course, everybody is a criminal. Mayegun, he's a drug addict. Who is not? Are you a saint? Are you a saint, Mayegun? So, if I carry drug now, they say cocaine. You go campaign for me to be your governor. No, not like that. I'm not saying you should go carry cocaine. It's in the past. I'm just saying nobody's a saint. Nikure. Do you see why some of us don't respect some of you that claim to be elderly people? Manipulative Olori Burukus. You know where to drop it. You see, Mayegun, see, in everything, let us be very careful. Let's be careful of what we say. Elderly people. If you want to grow old, you must be very careful. Don't be everything you go to talk. You see, Mayegun, this life, there are so many things you can't see physically. In spiritual world, you see all those people, even if they do anything bad, as a young person who want to grow old, okay, you cannot say it all the time. I love you, Mayegun. I love you so much. Please, you are like a son to me. Okay, just don't talk like that. Need to cool, sir. You go die well. Ọkàn yín ò ní balẹ̀. Your heart, àbí ya na your chest, àbí na your kidney, àbí na your. You no go touch ground. Ní kure. They know how to drop them. In order for you to feel like, it's true. I might not be saying too. I remember that I was supposed to pay for that ticket in that place, but I just used Bobo. I no pay them. I carry them. I might not be saying to. But how you want to take down compared to somebody where they supply heroin?
got caught. People went to jail for it. He escaped. And he convicted, he forfeited part of the proceeds of the heroin. Baba, why bully me? Why you they use that one? They bully me when they talk about this is no good. How can person be a drug dealer, be the leader of a country? You won't come they use saying to they bully me? Do you see where you lose the respect? That's why you see how some people are parading themselves today. Because they want us to say, my ego, this thing you are saying. I want you to know that you are just destroying Nigeria name. All this thing, you are just tarnishing Nigeria name. So me talking about a drug dealer that is about to be the president of Nigeria, now me they spoil Nigeria name. The drug person who committed the crime, he no spoil Nigeria name. Are you with me? So people want you to live in that denial for some reason. And then you are like, no, it's no, they try that with me. Oh. If I go grow old, if I go die young, it's none of your business. If I die young, my ordinary boxer, you know, go see. Now people wait there around me, go carry him. My phone, no, my everything, yeah. Now them go carry, you know, go see, you know, go, my death, no benefit anyone, any of you. So if I am saying my truth, and in your mind, to bully young people and tell them that if they want to grow old, they shouldn't speak like that. Esa any kureo. Along. Mo confirm when they kure using that your old age to bully young people from speaking out. Because by speaking out, what we are doing is that we are discouraging them from accepting what is wrong, which some of you actually accepted when you are our age. Because you wanted to grow old. You now grow old. A lot of our old people now, they are living in poverty. They want to grow old. If I die young, if I grow old, if I die by fire, if I die by accident, if I die by water, Papa, apart from some of you who won't see me again, and you will miss me, okay? It doesn't benefit any of you who pretended to feel concern for me to keep me quiet. You have done this for so many young people, okay? You kept them shut. You better watch your mouth. You better don't let that man swear for you. You better don't let that pastor curse you. You are seeing something that is wrong. You are saying them, and somebody will jump into it, and all they would plant in you is what? The fear. That's what we didn't do, and that's why they said we are spoiling Nigeria's name. And this is what they are spending billions and billions to try to convince the rest of the world that what the world already knows about Kolu, what the world knows about Kolu is not true. Now some Nigerians know just like him. Now some Nigerians hate their country. And that is why they are saying all of this. Please, Nigeria will not break up. Nigeria will not fight. Kolu will maintain Nigeria. That's why they are meeting in Mecca now. So in case if you hear the breaking news tomorrow, I won't die. Yet am I worried because Sikulo Jumi. Odo Bolu, in Odo Bolu. We have got Oshe Akose Jaye Mayegu. There's something about Yoruba that's along. They didn't let us enjoy them very well. So many of you who are very young today, you may never kind of experience what it means to be a Yoruba. Apart from the old flex that comes with it now, the swag that you pull up, okay? Many young people will never understand what it means to actually be a Yoruba. Me, I'm a Yoruba, Ijebu man. You know, blood. I'll tell you this. In Yoruba land, we do something, we call it Akosejaye. Akosejaye is our way of checking on a newborn. You know, we believe that everyone is created by a supreme being that we call Eleda. Now, we believe that every being has his own soul that comes with him, and he has his own creator. So the place where your Eleda usually lives, your creator, your purpose, your soul is going to be in your head, Uri. is the top, share you get. So this Akosejaye helps the Yoruba parents to just have an idea of the kind of child they have just been blessed with. It's our way. Today they will tell you it's ritual. Tomorrow they will tell you it's evil. And that's why I said, many of you young people, I'm a young person, but if you are younger than me, a lot of you will never understand the great value of being a Yoruba, genuinely. I'll tell you more. So these help the parents, number one, to understand their child, and then they can indeed raise that child, right, to achieve that purpose, which is Creator has assigned him or her. Okay? It was so good that before the advent of Western education, it was easier to say this child is going to grow up to be an artist. And by the divine intervention or so, such child will grow up, right? And it will be showing the traits of somebody who is going to be an artist, a very good one. Just like that, our society were formed. Hi, Mayegun. When I knelt before my Creator, which Yoruba called Mokunle, Moyon Ipin, Akosejaye, Mayegun says, Mo ma gbo, mo ma to, mo ma fi ọwọ́ pa ewu, ma wa to wa fi erigi jobi, which means I will lose all my teeth. I will be so old that I will lose my teeth. Old and die peacefully. The world is not looking like there will be peace enough for all of us anyway, for long. Yeah? So, but that is why, and when I now grew up, most of what you are seeing about Mayegun today have already kind of been predicted. More or less, like some would say, is predestined. They had no idea what I would be, but I was, when I was like that little boy, I've always been told I will be somebody who would never agree with what majority are forced to accept. I will be that child that is going to be always inquisitive and seeking knowledge. That I will seek knowledge to the point that I will become an embodiment of knowledge. Now, being embodiment of knowledge means I will be learning, and at the same time, I will be passing that same learning. They had no clue. I was a little boy. I wanted to be a soldier. Now, I can't become social media, what do they call? Your Baba Gio here. So if they told me I would be this and then I will live long, I believed all of that. But when I grew up, I now realized that death is not actually what they make of it. I'm saying this now not because, this is not politics now. Death is not actually what they make of it. You are going to die. I'm going to die. All of us are going to die. How are you going to die? You don't know. Everybody want to die peacefully. You just want to die. Some want to die rich. In fact, a lot want to die rich. I want to die rich. I want to die in the arm of my beautiful wife and children. All of that. Those are witches. But you agree that you're going to die. But there is actually something that I discovered when I started growing up, that a lot of people would die without living. In fact, so many people are kind of dead now because they are not living. And the purpose of life is to live life. A purpose that you can, when you die, right, whether you are young or you are old, right, it's going to be called a purposeful life that people will say, I remember that person. Like you do remember many people who have impacted in your life, Abby. The only way to, and it doesn't have to be worldwide, though. It may be just your loved ones, people you love, your friends, your colleagues. You are leaving them with a lasting impression because you live your life. You didn't live your life according to what people want it to be. You didn't live your life because people in that small box the world want to put you in. You didn't live your life because you don't want to offend people. you will live your life like Mayegun. That's how I started living my life. That is when I started feeling like I will speak my mind. I will do whatever makes me happy. I will do things and I will help people. I will live before I die. So dying is no longer a biggie for those who have chosen to live. I advise you to stop worrying yourself when people start intimidating you or threatening you with death. You will see what will happen. Yes, they may kill you, but before you die, do you kind of care to live first? Live first. Okay? Dare all things they said you shouldn't try. Watch your mouth, watch your mouth. People tell me all the time. Watch your back, watch your back. People tell me all the time. But it won't discourage me. It won't stop me. I'll still speak out. I'll still speak my mind and do my things, right? Because I want to live. Why should I live why should I live according to the dictates of people who are living their own life in fear? They are living in fear. They fear their leaders. They fear their police. They fear their law. They fear their life. They fear for everything. That's how they live. Now they have to project that on you, and they start wondering, I just love his confidence. Come on, live confidence. It's not confidence. It is called living. When you live in a way that people, you don't care. Where people feel like, Mayegun, and I love you. And I feel offended by what you said. I'm sorry if you feel offended, but I've said what I said. Okay? Sorry if you feel offended. I'll say it again if I feel like that. And if you're going to feel offended again, so be it. So you need to live before you die. Stop living your life in fear. Dare that thing. Yeah, go ahead. Lose money. Lose money. Break up. Find love. Find peace of mind. Travel around. Dare that thing. Speak your mind. Say it out. Yes, we're going to die. All of us are going to die. Sure you get. But you need to live first. Oh yeah. I've told you many times. After finishing here this evening, and I go to my bed and I die. And you say, calm down. That shouldn't make you fear about life or death. That means I'm done. Okay? I probably will never know how all of you feel. But the fact that you remember that he spoke his mind, that's one thing I love about him. He spoke his mind. And if you don't like him for it, he doesn't care. But you are going to give that to him. He's going to speak his mind. So you need to live first. So when people come around and start threatening you with this evil, this voodoo, that, you will see, they will do this, you will see what will happen to your life. See, it's not new. People make money. They lose money. Billionaires who make so much money on top of the world. In another way, they lost everything. They became homeless. It's not new. So, unfortunate, whatever happened to people die. You know, people have cancer that they have to die. Good people that you say, oh man, she's such a very wonderful person. She's not the type that deserves to have such a sickness and all that. We've seen all of that. So before anything happens to all of us, at least, please, live your life. Dare what they said you shouldn't. Offend people. Let them feel offended, but don't offend the wrong people. I'm not saying you should go and deal with people where you say them, no. Be careful, but at the same time, don't live in fear. I'll take calls. Okay, I'll take one or two calls and then we'll call it a night tonight. I've delivered that part I wanted to share with you. And then, but I'll go make myself a cup of tea. When I come back, I'll take calls, okay? And you can share your views with us too. But as for the woman governor, it's not happening. Not now. Probably when Kolu and the rest uses the courts, maybe. Don't go anywhere. Now, you need to put on that your offering, okay? Like the video, like the broadcast. So I want to hear your story. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back.
long. I have a caller. Hello there.
Yeah, my brother, how you doing, Amaru?
Baba Adeo, how your side?
I thank God, though. I don't pay my offering, as normal.
I like people when they remember to do it. It feels so simple.
No,
that's going to be like, say, it's too tough sometimes. So thank you.
No, whether I enter or not enter, they always do them on daily basis. It don't become part of me. Say, I must always pay offering to my ego.
I do you like that.
You get one or two things why I won't touch.
Oh, yeah, now. Fire.
Concerning this Kolu. You know, say, if you can read this paper on the 23rd of May, Punch, on the 23rd of May, 2022,
right?
This activist, Mr. Kayode Ajola, he sent a letter to Buhari. He tell him about this dual citizen. You know, he tell him about this Guinea passport.
Yeah.
If you read Punch, I just want to refer you to that Punch of 23 May 2022. You go see the letter where like to this because all of them know. They know say what this guy do no good. They know. They get the idea. He write about that money. Yes, just go search him now. Reach that secret memo where he write to Buhari. Now this Mr. Kayode Ajolu, now APC member. He sent a secret memo to Buhari personally. And he complained about dual citizen, about dual citizen. He still complained about what I call them, about this drug matter. He said, if you read that, you go understand what they tell you. They know say this guy gets this problem. They know.
And they follow you, Baba. You can continue.
And they tell you the gospel. They know say Kola get this problem. Tinubu, he get this problem. And then write the letter, tell and say, see, if they not take time, say what will happen to these people for bias, will happen to Tinubu. If they appoint and make it go for presidency. He sent it, and when he copied the letter, he copied the chairman of this man, waiting with that old man, the chairman of the party. He sent the letter to him, he copied the chairman of the party, he copied Buhari, he copied the chairman of the, he copied other people. 23rd of May, 2022, Punch, he did there. He goes, an activist, this Kayode Ajolu, I mean, what they call him, I don't know if you pronounce it, Ajolu. So now him, he write this letter. So they know all these things, say this thing will happen. Now make them keep quiet and they tell you the gospel truth. You understand? Then another contribution why I want to make, I just want to tell you this and make it keep and make it mark as today's date. So now this is coming from me and I have to tell you.
Oh, yeah,
now two things will happen. One, Peter Obi will be president. Two, Tinubu will lose Lagos. That's what will be named. That guy, what will be named? The Sanwo-Olu. Yes. Mark today's date why I tell you this thing, it will come to pass. Peter Obi will be president, and then Tinubu will lose Lagos State for Peter Obi too for LP. These two things, now what I want to tell you, just mark them today's date. You go remember me for this.
Diary you talk so you don't enter. So we'll go come back to it when it comes to pass.
And they tell you, mark them today, Tinubu go lose Lagos State, and Peter Obi go enter as president. That one, a sure bank. I know two ways about it. Nothing will stop Peter Obi from not being president of Nigeria. Nothing.
Thank you.
And Tinubu go lose Lagos State. You go lose those two things. Just like say now, now so God wants her, and now so it will be.
No wahala.
But make it
another. Oh, sorry, Baba. Now because say you don't repeat them like 3 times again. So I believe say now you just tell us say more write that, more write that. So I don't take another call. Sorry about that. So here, hello, sir.
Yeah, thank God I got you again. I'm the man talking yesterday before the thing cut off yesterday.
I know. The network actually got you there. Yeah, I remember. And thank God that you made it back today, sir. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Before it cuts me off again, it's not going to be like that.
Please.
Because Kolu Juju not going to affect me this time around.
This time, no.
Yeah, bro, you see, there's a lot of things I wrote down before that I wanted to put forward, but the one that goes to my head now is just what I want to talk about. First of all, yesterday we were talking about this Shure sort of.
Yeah,
I believe Shure maybe, yeah. I don't exactly know what is wrong with Shure and all those stuff. But I believe because he has fought a lot for this revolution things and for Nigerians' awareness, and brought to light a lot of things that is happening within the Nigerian government politicians. And at the end of the day, Obi just came from nowhere and take everything away from him. I think maybe that is why he's firing both left and right. And
what people are saying, but I think everybody is wrong, thinking that he's doing this because he felt somehow. But I still wish I can bring him on to come and say something here. I still believe everybody is wrong. Even though his outburst is kind of unacceptable to so many people. I agree, yeah? I still think a lot of people are wrong in so many projections why he's actually doing that. I still feel so. Well,
we all have our different opinion anyway.
I know.
That is my personal feeling. And secondly, you see, today I was just wondering who this man is, this called this Tinubu. Because, you know, there's something they call extraterrestrial habitat, an alien.
That's right.
The man, how is going through all these things and avoiding, escaping, dodging, and all those stuff. And he got to this level without being caught. Even when he's caught, he escaped, he slipped through it, or he slipped through it. Sometimes I wonder, now he disappeared. Now you see me, now you don't see me. And when you see him, hey, welcome. When you don't see him, where is he? You see, all these kind of things, it looks somehow, somehow to me. And
that's why they call it a game. Meanwhile, it is kind of intentional. Okay, they have to keep him away so that he won't be forced to answer too many questions. And you know, the more questions he answered, the more questions people want to ask. You know that. So when they take him away, they can just let everybody keep guessing and making up anything. And he's so used to that. Let people make up things. Let them say anything they want to say. Do you get that now? I will just pretend I do. You know, I believe it's deliberate too. But we're watching.
And even this thing, the way this man is, the way Nigerian politics, I think like the other time I said, almost about 70% of Nigeria have a brain problem because to the extent that people like Wole Soyinka, Professor Wole Soyinka, can just say things like that, and many people, the influential people, professors rigging for touts, rigging for office, and the commissioner of police, superintendent of police, army, soldiers, and the terrorists are just roving everywhere. And people don't even, it seems they are so, are they confused, or maybe there's something wrong somewhere? Or I think
because sometimes there is the fear of poverty. A lot of them are not what they pretend to be, especially with what Nigeria has become. And in order for you to survive in the imagined Nigeria, you have to choose a side. So you have to be careful the side you choose. All the people you are mentioning, more of them are still going to be activated. You haven't seen the version of the traditional rulers yet, Abi. You will start seeing traditional rulers.
Yeah, I know about that too.
They will start coming out and start talking soon. And you will know that they have activated them as well. That's why it is called establishment, sir. It's not juju. It's called establishment. It is so far-reaching, that even the Babalawo that is at the back of our house in Odogbolu may be part of the establishment. His job is to deliver that constituency for them by getting all of us on the line. It is establishment, Baba. I don't think it's maybe mental problem on the side. But when you see those who are supposed to be respected people and speaking in a way that people have to disrespect them, just know that they have been activated and they have something they are defending that most people don't even know.
You know, there was one prophet in Nigeria, and I so much respect this man, the way he's talking. But I just saw him defending a drug lord, defending a fraudster, defending a 419, defending a looter. And I was just wondering, and he was saying that if anybody trying to go against what this election of Tinubu, that his family will die, his children will die, and all those stuff. And I just keep wondering, what is going on? What kind of ill wind is blowing towards across Nigeria? Even some people who are here too, the learned people, you will see them. And there's one thing I noticed about this APC Egbekegbe people. Once make up their mind, my brother, there's nothing you can say. They are just like their heart is like a stone. There's nothing is penetrable.
I mean, any evidence, right? They will tell you, are you sure it's not Photoshop? Are you sure? When they will say, okay, yeah, it's real. Then they will now say, there must be a reason. There must be a reason why he did it. We should just let's wait for him to tell us, because there must be something. Maybe his enemy set him up. In fact, this one looked like they intentionally asked him to do. I was like, what are you saying? What are you talking about? Like, I mean, what's going on? I say, because I know you don't like him. I know you don't like him. So that's why you wanted to see anything he's doing is bad. I was like, what are you talking about? Did they make up this crime? I'm on. Yes, sir. Oh, deep go.
Yeah. Because sometimes, bro, I just I don't even know what to say again, because the whole thing is just mind blowing. You just see people. Even I had a woman some times ago. I was just talking to her, and the way he's about this killing of the Igbos in Lagos State and across the Nigeria. He said, let them go back to the way they come from. I said, you know, these people are human beings like you, and you are a prophetess in the church, for crying aloud. And you say, let them go away, Joe. I beg, this is not their land. I said, these people, we have been together for thousands of years, for hundreds of years, and we have been living together. And the most tribe that marry each other are the Igbos and the Yorubas. Supposing your brother marry an Igbo man, he said, well, that one is later. Let them kill them. I said, they are burning their properties. Let them burn their properties. Then they will go away. I say, you are just going to church for nothing. For example, look at this man.
Have you seen some of them that will give vision? And the vision is ridiculously in a way that you'll be like, are you actually human being like this? Like, are you like, you know? See, Esa, I'll take another one. Let's take another call. Thank you very much. No, thank you. I'll take another one. That will be another opinion here. Hello there.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Baba.
For the first time, you're picking my phone.
I know. It's always random, and, you know. But you might need to actually mute that broadcast, like mute it so that we can hear ourselves.
Yeah, of course. I'm not listening to the broadcast.
No, really. Okay. I just felt like it's echoing back. Sorry. I mean, it is. I'll stop talking because I can hear myself. So I'll just let you. I think it's better now. Yes, please. Fire on, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Baba.
There is something that I want to. I understand that you have a lot of things in the head, and you are so endowed. That's just a fact.
Thank you.
But there is something that I want you to understand, that you are still ignorant of some things.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Not that you are really ignorant of these things, but maybe you just decide not to give up.
Okay. I mean, I'm all ears. Please.
Baba. If I were you,
yes, sir.
I will leave all these people, everyone who call themselves Nigeria, to die. Let Kolu enter, kill all these people, let these people die. Anything Nigeria, if you don't decide to leave. Anybody who call themselves in Nigeria, do not deserve to live. These people, they are cancer to this world. Despite everything that has happened so far, so good, these people refuse to revoke. They refuse to stand up to their leg and say this monster once and for all. You they from lecturing them. These are unredeemable animals. These are unredeemable animals.
Baba, have you said something, eh? Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You are angry. Is that right?
No, I'm not angry, Baba. I'm not angry. I'm just telling you the way.
Because you see what you just said, what you just said, right? It's like when somebody felt like, I just don't know what else we can say to these people. Let Kolu just come in and just finish everybody, Baba.
Listen, Maye.
Yeah, I deal with you.
Maye, listen.
I deal with you.
I am not angry.
Okay.
I am just telling you, if I have the opportunity now,
right,
to kill everybody, including you yourself.
Yeah, all of us just come out.
Including me myself, anybody here in Nigeria, anybody who has anything to do with Nigeria does not deserve to live on this world. Because these people, they are irredeemable animals. These people, you cannot redeem them.
But what about those? Put it this way.
What is happening in that contraction?
Baba, put it this way, right? What about those who are standing up out of those who wanted to keep it together? More of us die.
Baba, let everybody die. You see, those people who are standing up, let them reincarnate in another country.
What if they don't reincarnate us, Inko? Like,
Baba, he better make everybody die than say make that in the country, make that evil contraction continue.
Baba,
Oyendu Mazin Namtikanu have said it countless times. Mazin Namtikanu have said it countless times. Nigeria is irredeemable. Look at the people you are talking to. Even when I see people calling you, the way they even still talk, they speak confidently, they speak conveniently, speaking about Nigeria. I don't even know where to speak about Nigeria. I don't know the area I can speak. I don't know the area I can discuss concerning Nigeria. For me, I think maybe you have not realized this very part.
I haven't. I'm very ignorant of it. And I'm happy that you pointed it out, Baba. Seriously. Me, I've never thought it that way. But you see your own, Baba, your own extreme. But you say you are not angry. Like, you can kind of just don't want Nigeria anymore. Maybe we'll stop.
Baba, see, it is not about hungry. If they say maybe I get angry,
because you are sounding angry, me. Because you know somebody that says, "Oh yeah, I clear one." Like I call everybody. Everybody. At this level, the way you talk, man. Baba, at all.
So I want you understand that.
Assuming that you are like angry, assuming you are angry, and then you are like having to deal with this. That could be a different thing.
It's because I am done. I have made the conclusion about these animals in that very contraption called the Federal Zoological Republic of Monkeys. In fact, Nigeria is a jungle where white animals, the most dangerous animals, fed on the lesser one to live. If you cannot kill, you cannot live in Nigeria. If you cannot swallow human being, you cannot live in Nigeria. You cannot become a Nigerian. One Nigerian is called.
Baba. Ejeka, calm down, Nibiyo. Shey you get me, just take and slow, I know say, maybe I don't even know what to say. Because at this point, it be like say,
you know if you understand that.
It be like say,
you know if you understand that.
I know fit.
Anything Nigeria. If I once you just call yourself a Nigerian to me, it go be like say make a carry bricky, by thing, bricky my lorry. Imagine Nuru Kolu. When they discuss that, when they say program, you recall Mama Soko president.
Go to court. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Baba, forget about
it's annoying.
Baba, forget about rigging. Forget about rigging.
Yeah.
Forget about
all the story. People are standing up for him. People are there standing up. It's annoying.
Forget about all these things. Forget about all this unlimited evidence. Forget all these things. In a same world, in a same nation, where human beings dwell, does it make any form of sense to you?
It doesn't.
Person like Collie should come outside, not even to advise people. If he just come out and say, "Oh, I can't buy anywhere. Go
yeah.
Can't buy anywhere. Can't buy here. Go give it. Can't fight here. Can't form more give it. Go to college. They say, "The Bosani buy."
Oh, you call your pankere ni.
Pankere about can't buy it with a more give it. Can't loud with a more give it. Can't put down.
What kind of a joke is this?
Emma ole bruka man here wole shoyinka ole bruku nobu shok monolo ma ayela la jakoko ma pa jomojomo eti e ye no judge go nobu
but it is saying aro mo baba am I hear from another school I can feel it nothing do you. I know. Let it out. When people let things out, by law. Sorry, my caller, hang on. Let me give you an explanation, okay? Sometimes some of you have told you on Mayegun's Diary Political. If you want to understand us here, the number one thing is that Mayegun, when I speak my mind, when I say my things, right, I say them the way I feel. But because I've got so many audience, so I still kind of try to be politically correct, even though it doesn't exist per se, right? But if you now call in and you want to express yourself, say it's unscripted, speak your mind and all that, by law, that you are saying something, you don't break any law, word of mouth, except you carry something out that actually makes you commit anything. You understand that now? So that's somebody who is tired being called a Nigerian. After realizing that there are actually people who wanted Kolu to be president of Nigeria, despite all of this, like his physical look and everything, right? Some people actually will want him to. Now he's so angry that such people don't deserve anything. Even all of us, when they say, we no go agree, he said, all of us, dano. That person is talking from this space, from the place of really, real anger. But he said he's not angry. And I pray that I will never see his angry parts. If that is not an anger, then I don't want to see his angry parts. Trust me, there are millions like that Nigeria has produced. The failure of failed leadership in Nigeria, the feelings. Hello there.
Hello, Maigo.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, Motik, but you tell about me if I don't want to mention my name.
No, you don't have to.
With my picture,
go on, sir.
I'm from the country where that young man is angry about and said everybody should die and throw away.
From Nigeria,
if you remember,
some of my people call it Vacation 9.
Yeah, if you remember one of Nnamdi Kanu's broadcasts there, he said after dividing Nigeria, after the Oduduwa goes, the Biafran go, that he had a personal assignment. He wants to make sure that name Nigeria is not ever mentioned again. Is actually expunged from history. Mayego, when I traveled in 2017 to China in Beijing, I have Cape Verdeans before me, I have Tanzanians before me. They passed immigration. When it got to my turn, the moment they saw my passport in Nigeria, the whole immigration guys in the immigration session started gathering. They started speaking their Chinese language. As if, Motideo. They moved me into a room where I met a lady who is also a Nigerian from Edo. They almost stripped this lady naked and boy there. I had to speak that in Yoruba. The way they were searching her, they sat me to the point that they now asked me where's my invitation letter. I now showed them my invitation letter that it was issued by the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That was how they calmed down and they now stopped. But then that was when I knew, even under Buhari, when we thought was fighting corruption, I was treated like an animal at the Beijing airport in China.
I was treated like as if I'm a terrorist, I'm an Osama bin Laden.
Somebody coming to harm them.
You know. Yes, coming to harm them. But Cape Verdeans passed, 5 Cape Verdean ladies passed before me. A Tanzanian passed, I think a Cameroonian passed. So you wouldn't say this is just because I'm a black. But the problem is because I have a Nigerian passport. Even in the West African coast, they don't want to see Nigeria. You go to Benin, they don't want to see Nigeria. You cross Togo, they don't want to see Nigeria. You go to Ghana, hey, Nigerian, you know, I know that. And I remember one time I visited
with xenophobia, simply because you are Nigerian.
Yes, I went to Benin one time and we were in Cotonou and we met these people that used to do Indomie and tea. You know, those people that used to do Indomie and tea. Mechai. So the guy now asked me Indomie or tea. I now said Indomie. I think from my accent, he knew I was English. He now started speaking English to me. I looked at the man. Though he doesn't look like a Nigerian, but I told him you're from Chad or Niger. He said he's from Niger. He said he's from Niger, that his cousin is somebody big in the federal ministry in Abuja. But you know what he told me?
What?
That shocked me. He now did his hand like this. Nigerians we are Agamangebe people with his hand. You know, he was not twisting his hand. Nigeria is a country. Yes. That Nigeria, that he has never seen a country that is useless like Nigeria. That when he's coming from Niger, when he meets immigration and tell them, this is my passport, they tell him what do they need his passport for, that he should give them money. You can't say he has never seen a country like that. Whether he's having an AK-47, whether he's having a cocaine, they don't care. That he has stayed in Lagos, stayed in Abuja. At the time he decided to go back to Niger Republic, from Niger, he came into Benin. So my friend who is a Benin now told me that as they are here doing this, they are shy. That the Benin government know they are here.
Of course.
They have an ID to be here. That they cannot commit evil and just run away. The Benin government knows. So my friend who is a Benin and him, they now start speaking French. How rubbish Nigeria is. These are things you see. You also travel. Yes. These are the things you see. Africa is backward, but Nigerians own is as if when Satan fell from heaven, he fell into Africa, and the part of Africa he fell into and he fell into Nigeria. Nothing works. So don't blame that young man with the level of anger or the level of how he's speaking. Most people feel like that, as if let us just end it all. Let us just end it all and reincarnate somewhere else or something. You know. So do not blame him. I want to thank you for the job you are doing.
Thank you so much.
You know, I want to thank you for the job you are doing. You know, but then if I was treated like that in Benin in 2017 when Buhari was in power, you now know what will happen when Nigeria is designated a narcotic country. What we are going to be facing. Amari, Mabo, you know what they call Mabo.
Around that time is there nobody's going to be spared, whether you are APC or whether you are not APC, or whether you are Yoruba or Hausa or Igbo, it doesn't matter anymore. You are Nigerian.
It doesn't matter. They are a Nigerian, you are a Nigerian. Nobody cares where you come from, whether you are not a Boko Haram, whether you are not anything like that. They didn't ask me whether I was Igbo, whether I was Yoruba, whether I was Kanu, I was treated like a criminal in Beijing airport, a very big airport. And that day, I gave up everything that has to do with Nigeria. I said, no, this is the height of it. I can no longer take this again. So let me just allow you to pick up that call. Thank you so much for what you are doing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is so much of an eye-opening, and I'm glad that the people want to share stories like this are gaining access, and I appreciate that, Baba. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We won't exist. Yeah. I mean, we won't go into extinction. It is Nigeria that will go into extinction. That's why they say if you don't kill Nigeria, Nigeria will kill all of us sooner or later. Anyway, so hello there.
Hello, Mayegun.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Bawoni.
How are you, sir?
Yeah.
Everybody, wow. Thank you, sir.
Praise the Lord. We thank God for your new car, for your new machine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Well, my blame go. I want to Tinubu. My young paro ni pe no bi. I can feel his anger even here. This boy, he will do. He will do worse things than we see here in America.
There's somebody that said, and they were interviewing him. Okay, one guy, and he was so tired. He looks tired, right? And he was talking about Nigeria, this country, and all of that. What can you say about this country? What about Nigeria and all of that? What do you think about the government of President Buhari? And the guy just turned and he said, see, I have just one request. And if I can get that request, I'll be a fulfilled man in my life. That they should put Buhari and him inside one room, made them lock the door. Anybody that survived will open the door. That's all he wanted in his life. That's the only way. Sorry, my camera is a bit off, right? He said that's the only way he can show how he feels about Buhari and his government. He said they should just lock him and Buhari in a room. And whoever comes out is the winner between the two of them. So, sir, I understand where that pain is coming from too. I mean, I understand that. Only a few people can come out and even speak it that way. If you listen to how people feel about Nigeria today, some people understand why. And the failure of those leaders that are demanding respect from us, sir, they failed, but they are not taking responsibility, unfortunately.
That's right. You know, I'm beginning to have these feelings that where my Tinubu may not be sworn in. I'm beginning to have that feelings because the level of bigotry, the level of rigging that is going on. Imagine that woman that has just been declared a winner in Adamawa,
Binani.
And the counter move by INEC. I mean, all these things it has already made Nigeria to become a ridicule all over the world because everything is being televised. Everything is going on. There's nothing going on in Nigeria that is not known in Europe, Asia, America, anywhere. Nigeria has become a mockery of a nation worldwide. And I'm beginning to see that even Buhari may be having an ulterior motive behind an agenda to perform on that 29th of May or wherever he returns from Mecca.
They already meeting because they are so concerned that this is not looking good. That if they go ahead and swear Tinubu in, that the whole thing, Nigeria may not hold together too long.
Yes.
But they need to convince the world that no, that Tinubu will be fine. That what should they do? What can they do? And what should be the approach? That's why they are in Mecca right now, not because they want to pray to Allah.
Yes. And this guy, David Hunde is not letting off at all. He continues to reel out secrets. It's like it's on a special assignment on Tinubu. Every day he comes with something new concerning Tinubu. He has, the dual citizenship and all these things. I saw your interview. The interview. Fashola, was it on?
On
channel.
That was yesterday.
You also
2 days ago.
Yes, and you also showed some part of it. I was looking at Fashola that how can an SAN be speaking like this? Shehu Kimberly was asking him a straight question 4 times.
And he kept deflecting.
Exactly what is tell us exactly what is it about this dual citizenship. And Fashola started telling us, you know what the Nigerians have said. The Nigerians have already made up their mind on all these things, on all these allegations. Because the Nigerians have moved forward from this. So exactly what does that mean? That is,
you don't hear the part where he said, "Oh, let me tell you something. Let me tell you." They said, "Does he have a dual citizenship?" He said, "Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story. When Asiwaju wanted to be governor, we couldn't find the party chairman. Everybody is looking for the party chairman. Right. Everybody is looking for where is the party chairman? Then we found the party chairman later. Does he have a dual citizenship? I'm beginning to think there is a purpose for his life. There's something God. See, let me tell you another story. There was a time they said he owns the Oriental Hotel. When he finally was about to answer, then he said, "No, I think the law allows it. She law not allow it, in it." She was like, "No, to be president, you can't be." I can't remember that too. I'll check. I'll read. senior advocate of Nigeria.
Oh my God. Eh?
It's intentional.
And this is senior advocate of Nigeria.
Senior advocate of Nigeria.
If it were to be fraudster Keyamo.
Yeah, fraudsters Keyamo.
I wouldn't have been surprised. But from Fashola, I thought he was more cultured and more refined than Keyamo. To come with all those bladder dice on TV.
The moment they unplug their hand from the free money, Fashola has been in government since 1999. He was a chief of staff to Tinubu, and immediately after Tinubu made him governor. After that, Buhari made him minister. When did you see when did you see Fashola inside courtroom in the last 24 years? So remove his hand from public fund, and you realize that that's why being a former governor of Lagos, former minister, you realize that he will hustle more than that person where they sell belt for Yaba. Despite the billions that people believe he has. Remove his hand from that free money. And the lifestyle they know. No free money, no nothing. For 2 years. The person where they hustle to sell belt for Yaba go they better pass time. I know this because they can't live off public money. They cannot live without public money. But they love to present it like, we are very successful, this and that. Unfortunately.
What that guy was trying to say, that guy got frustrated with Nigerians is that even me, myself, I tell my family members, I tell my wife and children, I say, look, exactly what is the breaking point of Nigeria? There is nothing you throw down their mouth that they will not swallow. There is nothing the government does to them that they will be okay with it. I say 1/10 of what the government has done to Nigeria in another country, they will have all of them will have bombarded the Aso Rock and all the assembly wherever they are. I said, but Nigerians, no, they will continue to make excuses. They will not. It's like all of them have been brainwashed. They don't want to act. They don't want to do nothing. And I wonder that exactly what is it that they
when is it going to be the breaking point? When are they going to actually feel like enough?
It is. I can't believe it that they are. They are all going through all this.
I know.
And there is no protest. There is nothing. And what pained me most is that Tinubu threw the spanner on our Yoruba movement. He threw the spanner into the wheels of our Yoruba movement. Now, our Yoruba movement for it to gather the same momentum we were before he declared for presidency, it's going to take a while.
Not even now because that guy has decided to use tribalism, ethnicism, and the rest as a shield from, being dethroned. So he's decided to turn it into MKO sort of a saga by saying you need to save him because some people don't want him as a Yoruba to be. So I get that. All of these are impacting on the Yoruba Union, Yoruba nation agitation.
Yes.
Unfortunately, right? But time will tell.
That will not deter us in Yoruba Union. That will not deter us. We have our own separate agenda.
That's right.
It will not deter us by anyway. Anyway, let you pick another call.
So much,
greetings to Agrika again. And then I want to thank Princess Balogun again for her efforts and everybody that are connected with the Yoruba Union project. So thank you, Mayegu. I appreciate you. My wife too is here saying hello to you. Mama, say hello to Mayegu.
I actually felt like I heard a voice. How are you, ma? Sorry.
We are not happy with the situation. But there is nothing we can do. There is practically nothing that we can do.
Anyway,
there is nothing.
We'll keep our fingers
if
crossed,
ma. If you go out to be molested, you be arrested. You cannot say anything. It's better for you people here to talk than for us to talk.
I know.
Even at my place of work, should you talk, they will mark you down. Next promotion is not coming to you. Next salary, you will not get it. It's as bad as that. We cannot. It's not that we like it. It's like nothing we can do. Just pray for us.
We will pray for you.
Tell us we are there is nothing we can do. Thank you very much.
God bless you, ma. I mean, that's class. Thank you, sir. So, I mean, I have another caller. I don't know what to add there. Hello there.
My ego today, kọlu lọ sunraki. My ego today, Gbajabi amole lọ sunraki. Nítorí pé kọlu máa fọ̀rọ̀ pa gbogbo yín sẹ́wọ̀n. My ego today.
Tẹ́ bá dẹ́wọ̀n náà tán o.
Baba.
My ego máa wí. Baba.
Oh, yes. You are doing a wonderful job. You are doing a wonderful job. And everybody all over the world. And tó bá rí Máyégún, or ẹni tó bá gbọ́rọ̀ Máyégún, tó bá ní òun ò gbọ́rọ̀ àbó òun ò rí èèyàn, wọn ò ní rí èèyàn réǹdìlé wọn mọ́ lórúkọ Jésù.
Àfi bẹ́ẹ̀.
Lálálẹ̀ Oòduà, wọn ò ní rí èèyàn. Gbogbo ohun tí Máyégún bá dáwọ́lé báyìí ó máa yọjú sí rere ni.
Àṣẹ o.
Yorùbá ní ìgègé ló ń lékè ẹrù. Kò sí bí wọ́n ṣe máa ṣe ìwọ ló máa lékè gbogbo wọn.
Àṣẹ o.
Let me tell you something.
Please, sir.
This happened in 1978 when I was in class 1 at Holy Saviour's College.
Please share with us, sir.
This is a white man that drew this cartoon. And it has to do with Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. All of them called each other together to plant a coconut. So when they planted that coconut, this Hausa guy was sitting down, praying on Kirun, while the Igbo and Yoruba was struggling to affect that thing when it grows. So after they affect it, they put it down, they call the Hausa guy, go and bring sack to get everything. Hausa said, don't you see me, I'm praying? Whereas you already have all his members around the bush. He said, when this guy goes, I will shout Allahu Akbar. That means they gone, you come. The Igbo tell Yoruba, go and get the sack. I will stand with the coconut. The Igbo say, no. Yoruba say, I don't trust you. And the Yoruba tell Igbo, go and take that sack. Igbo say, no. The only thing we have to do is that this Mumu Hausa just sitting down there. I know you've been praying since we have been doing this thing. So wait a minute, we will go together. Why we will leave all these things? And both of them, they're dumbass, they left. Igbo and Yoruba, they left. They went away. Before as they gone, Hausa look around, the Fulani look around. He shout Allahu Akbar. And those Hausa come with all the sacks and they packed everything and they went away with it. So when Igbo and Yoruba came, they were saying, wait a minute, where's this Hausa? He was still sitting down there praying, not knowing that he has called his members to come and take that thing away. And that's exactly what is going on in Nigeria right now.
As a young man, sir, as a young man, you read that cartoon and that that illustration remain with you to this day, that you can now see all this scenario playing out.
Yes, wow. I will be 58 years old. I still remember in 1978. And that's exactly what is happening. All what Yoruba and Igbo is working for, guess who is getting it? It's Hausa people. They pack everything. Because Yoruba and Igbo, they was fighting each other because they saw the Hausa guy sitting down there. He don't even move. He don't even move. He doesn't move. He's just sitting down there. So they believe that is nothing. That's why everything they went to the north, they just take a good care of it. And the Yoruba and Igbo, we are fighting one another.
Sad.
We are fighting one another. Until today, the same thing still happening.
It is happening, sir. It is.
And I'm telling you this, by the mandate of heaven, by the ordinances of heaven, Tinubu is not coming back to Nigeria. He's not going to rule us. He's not going to rule us. Whatever that he's dealing with, they will not leave him alone. Because it's very sad, my brother. It's very, very, very sad.
I mean, sir, even if you
Nigeria
think,
would be suffering like this, it's very, very sad.
Before, sir, sorry to cut you short, sir. Okay, sorry.
Yes,
like,
sir.
If nobody
Yes,
cares
sir.
per se, like if anybody actually sits down and just envisage what it is, what's the worst scenario? If Tinubu be the president, what's the worst case scenario? Omo, you wouldn't even be able to quantify the worst case scenario. It's just going to be like, how do you get used to the worst case scenarios that you become the, you know what I mean? It's unimaginable.
Yes, sir.
You have no idea the effect, the ripple effect of it. All over the world, whether you are in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, it's the same. And if you think about it, sir, right? Honestly speaking, your prayer will be very valid that it should never happen. Because if it happens, well,
Inshallah, in the name of Jesus, Luke Fashola yesterday, they was asking him a question. Question that you knew about. Question that when they wake you up, you're supposed to give straight answer. That anybody, even though in America, that happened between Trump and this Texas guy, that he have Canadian citizen.
Right.
Any country, you cannot be any, even though in America, if you are born outside America, you cannot become a president of United States. Unless you are a military. Yes. You cannot become a president only unless you are born on the soil of America.
Yes.
Unless you born on the soil of America.
And you were born, your parents came from Nigeria and you were born in America, you have the same right as the Clintons to run for president of America.
Yes. Once you born in America.
If you are an American and you are born in Nigeria, there is a K-leg to your chance of becoming president of America.
No, you can't. Like me now, I am American citizen. I have 3 kids in America. Because they was born here, they're entitled. That's why I don't want to get Nigerian passport for my children. I want them to decide later on.
By themselves.
If they're gonna decide that. I saw a lot of Nigeria, they're rushing for their kids. I rather take visa for them to go to Nigeria. Because once you mess up to go and get the dual citizen, they cannot do anything in this country anymore. They can be governor, they can be mayor, they can be senator, but to become president, no, because of their dual citizen.
And that's the simple question they ask a senior advocate of Nigeria on TV.
And he was talking about Oriental something. And the guy keep on asking. Look at this idiot Otobo Kayamo. He was telling people, I'm in US, I'm congratulating the lady. That the way they brought the lady in is not right.
You saw that tweet too, where he said, I woke up in America to the good news of our first woman governor. Shameless people.
Exactly. What a nuisance. What a nuisance. They just destabilize, they just messing up, oh my goodness. Mayego, the Lord will continue to bless you, and everything you are doing with elegance that's spectacular. And God will bless you. God will honor you. Isaiah 3:10 says to you to the righteous that it is well within that the fruit of their doing they shine. Physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, materially, academically, it is well with you. And so shall it be. Ẹni tó bá ní àwọn gbogbo etí Nàìjíríà ó ti là sọ̀rọ̀ Mayegun, they are listening. Some people even call me, who is Mayegun? I say you need to go and listen.
You just need
your eyes will be open. And what you have been doing, I told you one time.
Yes.
I say you are the David that Nigeria who sent this in Nigeria.
I remember
you remember I told you that time that greed, oppression, lies, idolatry, armed robber, hypocrites, terrorists. And what you are doing right now, you are teaching people, believe you me, and the way you are enlightening people, God will enlighten, God will honor, God will bless, God will strengthen you. And Kenny to support to give glory to God upon what is enlightening us. Olúwa dì pẹ̀lú gbogbo wọn, and so shall it be. Àṣẹ Olúwa gùn, alálẹ̀ Odùduwà fàṣẹ sí, and so shall it be. It is when you remain blessed and say, God, I love your smile. Keep smiling.
I love your prayer, sir.
I love you too, brother. God bless you. Hear me know.
God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. You are a good one, okay?
Yes, sir.
My regards. And on that note, we are going to draw the curtains. I mean, why should we do anything extra? I know you want to talk. People still want to call in. African Wahala, I'm so sorry, right? You were so busy calling my private number instead of the studio number. Sorry about that, bro. Okay? Of course, you have your time too. Everybody will have their time. But I will draw the curtains there. I just got prayed for. Like, nothing extra. Thank you. Remember, don't leave without liking this broadcast, okay? Like, share, and yes, we are now on the journey to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Also, by the way, I have kind of joined TikTok. Oh, they said I can go live on TikTok for the younger ones there, including the older generation too on TikTok. Just go on TikTok and search for Mayegun's at Mayegun's Diary. Just at Mayegun's Diary. One word. And follow me there. Maybe next time we're going to actually run live there on TikTok too. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.